I have been asked, what is Whole30 and why am I doing it? I thought that I said what Whole30 was, but maybe I didn't, so let me go back and tell you what Whole30 is. Whole30 is a 30-day elimination diet, basically. There's no legumes, which includes peanuts. So no beans, no peanuts, no peas. You can have green beans because green beans are more pod than actual bean. So the pod is okay. It's whole foods. It's meat, like unprocessed meats. No dairy, no grains, no stuff like carrageenan. Like if you look at almond milk, a lot of times they put carrageenan in it, which, ooh, I just got chilled. I don't know why, but it really can mess up your stomach, so you have to make sure that you get an almond milk without carrageenan in it, and no like sulfites and stuff. Please do not bark, dog. No sulfites or anything, and so you can have fruit, regular meat, fish, vegetables, and basically, like, so no sugar, no alcohol either, which kind of sucks because I really want to have a beer, and I'm like, can't have beer. You cannot even chew gum, which that has been the hardest thing for me, but every gum has got some kind of, like, sweetener added to it. So you can't even have, like, gum that's made with, like, xylitol or anything like that. So actually, I have a really bad gum addiction, but I use my gum for anxiety when I'm in the car. So if I start getting, like, anxious in the car or something, I chew a piece of gum, and that's my coping mechanism since I don't smoke anymore. So you're eating whole foods, you're eating healthy foods. There's no, you know, like cutting out the grains is one of the biggest things. I mean, no rice, no, not even brown rice, no any kind of grains, no oatmeal, nothing, which means no breads. This is not a calorie counting diet, but they do want you to have vegetables with every meal. So that's why I've been cooking like the good veggies in with the eggs and stuff. I mean, you could do just eggs and bacon, but you're supposed to add a vegetable with that. So that's why I've been doing like the mushrooms and spinach. And today we had asparagus and asparagus, mushrooms, and potatoes with our breakfast. So that's what Whole30 is in a nutshell. You take 30 days, you cut these things out of your system, and it's kind of like hitting a reset button, and it allows your good gut bacteria to be able to grow again, and allows your digestive to get back on track. And then after the 30 days, there is I think it's a 10-day or whatever, there's a reintroduction period. So after the 30 days is up and I've cut all this stuff out, like, okay, so on like day 31, I might have a bowl of oatmeal or some rice with some food. And then I'm going to wait for 2 days and see if I have a reaction, if my body does anything, if I swell, if I bloat, if I just feel miserable, if I have any other kind of reaction to that. And then after those 2 days are over, then I'll introduce something else, like an added sugar. So I might, I was gonna use an example. You could put a spoonful of sugar in your coffee, but I don't like sugar in coffee. But anyway, you can add sugar, but you can't say, okay, well, I'm adding sugar today and I added rice the other day, so I'm going to have sugar and rice. No, you're literally only adding one thing back at a time and by itself, because if you were like, oh, well, today I can have grains and I'm going to add sugar onto that, then you don't, if you have a reaction to something, you don't know what it is that's causing it. The whole point of this diet is not to lose weight. I know it's called a fad diet, but it's not a diet to like stay on. It's not like doing keto or paleo or anything like this. This is to get stuff out of your body so that you can start slowly reintroducing those foods and see if you have reactions to those things. Okay, why am I doing this? Because of that reason. Because every single time I eat, I bloat so bad. And I'm talking about, like, I can watch my stomach get bigger. And sometimes it'll take like up to 3 hours after I eat. And then I'll start bloating, and it'll be like 3 hours after we've eaten, and I'll be like, oh God. And Matt's like, what? And I'm like, I feel like I just finished a 5-course meal. And it's a miserable, miserable feeling. So the bloating and I've started having skin issues, which when I was growing up, I mean, a lot of women have breakouts during their menstrual cycle, but when I was a teenager, when I was during the young parts of my life when you're supposed to go through all the acne and stuff like that, I never had any. I never went through that. I only have a couple breakouts here and there. So as far as that goes, I'm pretty lucky. And I'm not really having acne issues. What I'm having issues with are dry patches. Like, I get really dry right through here and right through here. And I know that part of that is just aging. But a lot of what you eat comes out through your skin. So I'm hoping it can clear up some issues like that. Or I can see what triggers this. But my worst problem, honestly, is just the bloating and the intestinal duress. It's like never being normal, either being on one side of the spectrum or the other side of the spectrum. Everything upsets my stomach, and I am absolutely bloody tired of it. I will say that this is only day 4. I'm only 1 meal into my 4th day because we haven't had lunch yet. It's only like 10 in the morning. But I was sitting on the couch last night, and I was like, when I was writing my symptoms down, I forgot to add something. And and Matt was like, what? And I was like, I just noticed that I have not bloated after a single meal that we've eaten. So something is working, which is good. Because if I can do the whole 30 days and not have bloating issues, that means that something that I cut out is definitely causing the issue. And then I will do the reintroductory period slowly to figure out what is causing the issue so that I can avoid those foods in the future. Oh, and no dairy. I think I said that. No, you can't have any dairy at all. Not even like aged cheeses or anything. So no cooking in butter. So I've been doing all my cooking in mild olive oil and coconut oil. So that's the gist of Whole30. There are tons. I'm not an expert at all. This is the first time I've done Whole30, but there are tons of, you can go on, Reddit has a Whole30 category. You can go to the Whole30 website, but there's Facebook pages, there's Instagrams to follow, and Whole30 recipes. There is a ton of information out there that can actually inform you a lot better than I can. I just wanted to say that this is the gist of it. You know, no processed foods, no alcohols, no harmful additives like nitrates, sulfites, and carrageenan. No beans, no grains, no dairy. And I know it does make you like, man, if I'm cutting all that out, how am I supposed to cook meals? That's why before we started this, I started looking up recipes, and I got myself a whole list of stuff that we can make, because I think that one of the biggest problems with doing like keto or paleo or Whole30 is not being prepared. And then you get in that moment, it's like, oh gosh, we didn't think about what we were going to do for lunch today. And then it becomes so easy to go through a drive-through. So that's why we have like emergency cans of tuna. Like today for lunch, we are going to do the tuna fish with the Primal Kitchen mayonnaise on tomato with lettuce. And that's going to be our lunch today. But that's the gist of it. I explained it the best that I could. I will, if I can remember, I will try to put some links to some resources down there so you can do some more looking into it. But This is why I'm doing this journey, because I'm tired of feeling miserable. Oh, I'm always tired too, but I sleep like crap. I'm always tired. I have constant headaches, so something is not right. So if I can fix what I can fix through diet, that will like lessen a list of things that I'll have to go and talk to a doctor about. So, you know, hopefully I can fix some of these issues. But like I said, you know, I am, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, first day was 4 meals. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, it was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 10 meals into this so far. And I have not bloated once. And that is amazing for me. That doesn't happen very often at all for me, because everything upsets my stomach. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm sorry. Thank you for staying on this journey with me. If you stay with me, I'm going to actually still record after the 30 days while I'm doing the introduction. So I'm going to say, okay, today I'm going to have grains, and then I will tell you how I feel after eating them and how I felt up to 2 days after eating them. And then I'll introduce the next thing. So just follow me on this journey, and if you're interested in doing it, it's not too late to start. You don't have to start on the 1st. I just did that because it would be easier for me to keep up with in my little pea brain that I have. So you can start anytime. Anytime. And there's no good reason to not cut out bad food. I mean, everybody knows sugar is bad for them. You know, if you want to just start by cutting out sugar, if you don't want to do Whole30 and you just want to cut out sugar, go for it. It would be a lot healthier for you and a lot of benefits to it. Anyway, I'm going to ramble, blah, 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 blah. But that's what Whole30 is, and that's why I'm doing this. Stay with me, and I will be uploading today's food tomorrow. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.